It looks like we have some technology or an object that was out over the Atlantic Ocean that was picked up by our U.S. military that really left them scratching their head. And I'm sure that this happens way more than what is reported and than what we even know. But this video was obtained through the Freedom of Information Request Act. We're guessing that the people that were asked how they got it, they said, well, you can get a copy of it too by doing that, going that route. But this is what they received after trying to get as much info as they could, multiple video shots of objects over the ocean that our military had encountered. Now, our military had spent millions in a project trying to give some kind of excuse or reasoning behind all these sightings and what they really were. Of course, you have all these shows and other people out there saying little green men could be inside of them, but all too often, some of these devices seem to be so small and controlled that there may not even be anything aboard them. They may be intelligently controlled, or there may be something else going on out here. The thing is this, when I see our U.S. military over the Atlantic Ocean approach an object that is unknown, blazing at super fast speeds, they can barely lock onto it, they can't shoot it down, and they're laughing, and they're like, whoa, what is that thing? I mean, I guess, what can you do? But I personally, if I was in a military jet and I saw something like this, the first thing that come across my mind is this enemy? How come no one's telling us what this is? Never once do they say that. Never once do they question, is it enemy? That's what I find very disturbing about all this. Now, some could say, well, maybe they knew what it was. Well, if they knew what it was, why would they be making the statements that they're making in this video clip? It's as if they were at 25,000 feet. This object came into frame. They all started freaking out, and all they could do is kind of laugh it off. To me, this is very serious. It shows that there's a technology out here zipping around, controlled by someone or something that they're not wanting to talk about. And if there's these type of objects that are just zipping around across the ocean at this type of speed, and our U.S. military doesn't want to talk about it, talk about hypersonic stuff that I've been mentioning here recently. Could it be along the lines of that? Could it have been one of their own tests? A million questions here connected to this, and we may never get an answer. But when we start to see solid footage coming from aircraft of them locking on to these cigar-shaped objects that are lightning fast, it shows proof that something's there. But the question always remains, what is it? But I wanted to share this clip with you. I'll continue to update with any other information that I get pertaining to this. If you guys get any authentic stuff, send it my way, dabu7yahoo.com. I'll take a look at it. We'll discern it. We'll get it out there for the people to see. But in terms of this, there is a video clip here that you can witness, and you're going to see this thing streaking over the ocean. No shots fired at it. No talk of trying to communicate with it. They just flip out like, what is that thing? To me, it raises a lot more questions. What if it was enemy? There was no talk of that. This has been Dabu7. Eyes to the skies.